Hey guys, so this video is going to be about doing math questions on the ASVAB, practicing math questions. How do you do them? Okay, that could be a bit of frustration if you've been out of practice with math since high school, which for some of you has been very recent, but still you didn't really focus that much on math in high school maybe. So if you really want to crush the ASVAB, you really have to get that part down. Okay, so we're going to go over just a few problems to give you an idea of how to do them. Okay, and if you feel you need more work after I show you these solutions and how to do it, then I'm going to give you a link where you can get many more problems, 2,000 more problems. Of course, you only do as many as you feel you need to do, but the more you practice, the better you will become. I know it's a cliche, but that is the truth. Okay, so let's get right into this. I want to share with you my desktop where I am. I copied some real ASVAB problems. Here we go. Took these off the internet from real ASVAB tests to give you an idea of the kind of questions you might expect. Okay, I copied this into Word, so I can't use freehand to edit, so I'm just going to type in this, how to do them. Okay, so let's look at this first one. We have family video stocks 1,003 drama movies, 518 science fiction movies, and 253 children's movies. How many more drama titles, which means movies, than children's titles does family video have in stock? So this is a fairly straightforward one. And for all these type of word problems, it's a matter of translating the English into math. And that just takes practice. It's like when you want to learn a foreign language, right? You got to practice the translation. And the math is not as difficult as learning a foreign language. And you'll see what I mean here, especially for the ASVAB. It doesn't get that complicated. Okay, so let's look at family. Let's look at what they're asking. We have to compare the drama movies to the children's movies and see what the difference is. So we have 1,003 drama movies. We want to subtract the number of children's movies, which children's titles, 253. Okay, just use your calculator. I got this calculator in the dollar store for $1, so you don't need any fancy calculator. That'll come out to, you don't even need a calculator for this one, but it's $7.50. Okay, so I'm going to just highlight, since I can't use a freehand to circle it, I'm going to just, I'm just going to bolden it, right? Make it bold. Okay, that's the answer. It's bold, or actually I could highlight it too, right? No, I'll just leave it bold. All right, so that's A. So let's look at the next one. Mr. Vlasic needs to buy 2 pens, each for the 17 students in his class. If pens come in packs of 6 and each pack costs $2.35, what is the minimum amount that Mr. Vlasic must spend? Now, this one's a little more complicated. And that buzzing sound you hear is my computer crying out that it's overheating. I'll deal with that later. Hopefully I can finish this video before it burns up. All right, so let's look at this. So if he needs 2 pens for each of the 17 students, how many pens does he need? He needs 2 times 17, which comes out to 34, right? But the pens only come in packs of 6. So how many packs of 6 is he going to need? All right, if he buys 5 packs, 5 times 6 is 30, not enough. If he buys 6 packs, 6 times 6 is 36. And that's more than he needs, but he has no choice. He has to buy them in packs of 6, so it's got to be a minimum of 6 packs. It's going to leave 2 left over. Fine, he can give it away. 2 that he doesn't need or keep for himself, doesn't matter. He needs a minimum of 6 packs. But each pack goes for $2.35 each, so it's $2.35 times 6, and that's going to come out to, using your calculator, 14.1, which is $14.10. So it's going to be B. The answer is going to be B. Okay. All right. Let's go to the next one. Brandon earns $1,050 a week, and Brad earns $160 a day. If both of them work 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, who earns a higher hourly wage? How much higher is it? Okay, so first we have to look at Brandon's earnings, which are $1,050 in a week. Okay, but we want his hourly wage. So we have to take that 1,050 and divide it by the total number of hours in a week. If it's 8 hours a day, 5 days in a week, then it's going to be 8 times 5 is 40. Okay, And that comes out to, excuse me, $26 on your calculator, $26.25. Okay, now that's for Brandon. It's Brandon's hourly wage. Okay. Oh, wage, not way. Okay, and now let's look at Brad. Brad is $160 per day, okay? Not a week, per day. How many hours in a day? There's 8. And of course, that's going to come out to $20. That's Brad's hourly wage, okay? So what's the difference between 26 and 20? Okay, so then that's just a matter of saying 26.25 minus 20. So the difference in hourly wages is going to be $6.25. So Brandon earns $6.25 more per hour. Okay, so let's make that bold. There it is. And finally, let's finish with, oh, it stopped buzzing. That's great. Okay, Matthew's dad is 5 times as old as him. If the difference of their ages is 28, how old is Matthew? Okay, so a problem like this, we have 2 what we call variables. Matthew's age, we don't know, and his dad's age, we don't know. Okay, what I like to do is use what I call descriptive variables. In other words, I'm going to call Matthew's age, I'll call that M. That represents Matthew's age. Okay, and his dad's age, I'm going to call D. Okay, that makes sense, right? Dad's age. This way I keep track of what's what. All right, now what are they telling me here? Dad, his age, dad's age, D, is equal to 5 times Matthew's age, right? Matthew's dad is 5 times as old as him. So mathematically, that means D equals 5 times M. Now, the way we write it mathematically, I don't have to say 5 and then XM, okay? Because if I say X, then you can confuse that as a variable. And I can use parentheses, but none of that is necessary. When you put a number next to a variable, they mean multiplying. So it's 5 times M, okay? We know that. What else do we know? We know the difference of their ages, D minus M, is 28, okay? So those are 2 things we know based on what they're telling us. So I translated that English into these 2 mathematical equations, okay? So how do I solve it, okay? So I notice I want to solve for Matthew, okay? So I can substitute dad's age for 5 times Matthew's age. You see that? Here's D. D equals 5M. Here's D here. I can put the D in there. So I can say instead of D minus M, I can say 5M minus M. That equals 28. You see? Now I'm down to 1 variable, so I can solve this pretty easily now. So 5M minus 1M is 4M, and that equals 28. So how do I solve for M? I divide by 4. So M, when I divide by 4, I'm left with M equals 28 divided by 4, which equals 7. Okay, so 7 is the answer. Okay, and there you go. All right, I hope this was a useful video. I'm going to put in the link where you can find many, many more questions, totally relevant questions taken from ASVABs, so that you won't be spinning your wheels, you know, doing irrelevant questions. Very relevant and good explanations. And the more you practice, the more you're going to improve, okay? I'm going to make more videos, but I would encourage you to take advantage of the resource in the link that I'm providing in this video. Okay, so I'll stop sharing here. Wish you guys the best, and I'll see you later. Hasta la vista.